It certainly is a beautiful sight here, though, on City Line. The snow is falling, and a lot of the drivers seem to be just taking it in stride, moving very cautiously. And let's go live right now on the action cam. You can see right now the trees are covered with snow here on City Line. It really is pretty as long as you drive carefully. And from what I see, most of the drivers have really been taking it easy this morning. Right now at the airport, it is still snowing, 31 degrees, so we're getting very close to the freezing line. Humidity right now 100%, barometer still falling, 30.14. Winds are out of the northeast at 8 miles an hour. They'll be picking up tonight, and that means the wind chill checking in at 21 degrees. Now, once the snow tapers off this afternoon, the afternoon high will be up into the 40s. But then tonight we have some very chilly air moving in behind this storm system. Show you the forecast for the remainder of today. The snow will slowly be tapering off, some of it turning to sleet and then rain. The afternoon high, this is late, this is right before sunset, about 41, but then the chilly air will move in. As far as Delaware, about an inch of snow, then turning to sleet and rain and tapering off. Then tonight, though, it's going to be very chilly. The overnight low down to 19 degrees. The wind chill, though, will make it feel below zero. And then for tomorrow, really not much of a warm-up, still very blustery and cold. The afternoon high 28, but if you're heading to the Eagles game to cheer the Eagles on, it's going to feel like zero, so take the long underwear out, take the gloves out, and if you are heading on the roadways, please be careful because there's still a lot of slush, but by the afternoon, everything should be drying out and should slowly be warming up, at least for a brief period. I'm Cecily Tyner reporting live in the Action Cam on City Line. Back to you, Monica.
All right. Thank you again, Cecily. Let's go back now to Action News reporter David Murphy. He's been in King of Prussia all morning, checking conditions there. Good morning again, David.
Good morning again, Monica. Well, the snow has let up just slightly over the last hour or so. The one dramatic difference has been an increase in traffic. Just a car or two pulling up here at this left-hand turn signal that goes into King of Prussia Mall. But there's more cars coming behind it, and this is what we've seen on the increase over the last hour, as obviously there are a number of people saying, to heck with the snow, we're going shopping. It is one of the final Saturdays of this shopping season for the holidays, and you can see them stacking up and getting ready to go in there. Passable conditions here on 202. The side streets and the back roads are still kind of hazardous with a lot of snow coverage there, but most of the main roads are getting through as long as you take it very, very slow. Take a look at the action cam video we shot about an hour and a half ago in the King of Prussia Mall parking lot, and they're getting ready for the folks coming in here. As the shovel trucks were out in force, a legion of them, in fact, clearing away a couple of inches of snow initially off of the parking lot, and now they're pretty much going back over where they've already cleared away to get any additional accumulation, trying to get ready for what obviously is a big shopping day, one of the final Saturdays of the holiday season. They are out in force here at King of Prussia. Back on 202, the crowd continues to jam up. The conditions I have, or the advice I have anyway, for folks coming into the mall today is to take it slow, allow extra time, especially if you're on the highways. It may look very clear, but it's the kind of condition where you hit an overpass and suddenly you've got ice and slush and stuff to slip around on. Keep a lot of room between you and the people in front of you. Watch out for the overpasses. Watch out for those secondary roads and side streets, and also exit ramps. Those are the kinds of places where if you get into problems, that's where it's going to happen. Parking lots, obviously, it goes without saying. There's a lot of leftover slush even where they've cleared there, and you could come into some problems there as well. But as for the main roads, it appears as though, for the most part, you're going to be able to get into the malls and where you want to go, assuming you can get out of the side streets and get over those icy overpasses as well today. Take it slow today, and you ought to be all right. David Murphy live with the Action Cam, King of Prussia.
All right, thank you again, David. Good advice, because the weather is starting to take a toll on some drivers, just in case you thought we were exaggerating. Here in East Whiteland Township, check it out, Chester County. A Geo Prism hit a slick spot and flipped over on its side. This happened about 8 this morning at southbound Route 202 and Route 401. There were some minor injuries. You see, an ambulance was dispatched to the scene. We are told the injuries are just minor. Police are still investigating. No word of any charges, but obviously this was weather related, so please take it easy this morning. Further down 202 in Chester County, the snow is blinding. So it is obviously slow going for drivers. They've had low visibility this morning. Salt trucks and plows have been out all morning trying to keep the roads clear for them. Some sections, though, have more snow and slush accumulated than others. Here is the scene on Roosevelt Boulevard in the northeast section. Drivers playing it cautious, slowing down to 20, 25 miles an hour. Headlights, of course, still a good idea, even though we have some daylight for you to help things out. And then across the bridge in Cherry Hill, we also have roads that were covered with snow and slush. Route 38, it doesn't look too bad here, but drivers are still playing it safe in the daylight. Of course, malls are hoping that the snow will let up soon so that folks will still come out and do some of their holiday shopping. Cherry Hill is one of many that was opening early this Saturday at the mall for what they hope will be a huge day for holiday shoppers. And again, the streets look pretty good, but don't let it get too cautious for you, because you can never take it slowly enough. Action News reporter John Rollins knows just what we mean. Live on the Action Cam in Northeast Philadelphia with more on what's going on up there. John.
Well, an icy snow continues to fall here in Northeast Philadelphia. We were just out and about and driving around in the immediate area here, and driving remains tricky, but it's different on the roads that you're on. First of all, take a look here at US 1. This is southbound US 1, the boulevard here at Adams Avenue. As you can see, it is clear now. It is somewhat wet, but it is clear. Now, the next step down in road quality, you go to main roads or secondary roads, I guess you would call them, like Summerdale, which comes in here at the boulevard about, I guess 100, 150 yards up the road here. It is slushy at this point, but still the driving is pretty good. It's the feeder roads and the residential roads around here, roads like Frontenac, Brill, Carver, that are still snow-covered and are very tricky and slippery. You can start out and you can drive pretty well on them, but the problem comes if you're trying to make a turn or if you brake. All of a sudden that road or that snow underneath you just does not give you the traction that you need. It is a perfect combination, unfortunately, for fender benders, and we've seen a few up here in this area. So I guess the lesson here is that if you are going to go out now and you do want to take on and go do some shopping, take it very slowly on the back roads, learn the conditions, see how much room you need to stop, and you'll probably be all right. I'm John Rollins, live on the Action Cam in Northeast Philadelphia. Monica?
Thank you again, John. Now let's check a few more specific traffic notes for folks who are headed out. Sky 6 live along I-95 this morning. And right now in our view, there are very few cars, just a couple coming into the screen there. But we do have a few speed restrictions we want to run back down for you as we add a few more notes each hour along the way. The Walt Whitman Bridge still at 25 miles per hour. It has been reduced. So has the Delaware Memorial at 35. This is a new note. The Commodore Barry has just been reduced to 35 miles per hour. The New Jersey Turnpike at 45 miles per hour this morning, and there is still that trailer ban the length of the Turnpike. A few other notes for folks who may be headed out this morning. An accident southbound on I-95. This one is at Bartram Avenue, so make a note there. And otherwise, conditions always a little slippery. So again, on these bridges and overpasses that you're seeing in the picture right now, live on Sky 6, couldn't hurt to slow down just a bit. Also, now let's talk a little bit about folks who are going to get in and out of town from the airport. As far as we know, everything is still running smoothly at Philadelphia International. We've been talking to them all morning, and there are some slight moving along at a normal clip, folks coming in and out. And all flights, as far as we know at this point, are still on time. If you want to call ahead, though, and check on a specific flight, we do have a phone number for you. It's the 800 number, 1-800-PHL-GATE. And the letters, if you want us to translate it for you, 1-800-745-4283. You can call and get a recording with updated information, but as far as we know, no problems about particular flights, and all airlines are doing their own maintenance and clearing things out for folks who are hitting the air. Let's go back live to Cecily Tynan again for one more look.
East again in the Adirondacks to green, the White Mountains of Vermont into New Hampshire. As much as a foot can easily pile up in these areas. A look at your afternoon highs today. Again, but the highs, the actual air temperature is kind of deceiving. You have to factor in the winds, and that's what is really creating a big problem across the Midwest and parts of the Southeast. Now, overnight temperatures are expected to drop into the teens. Nashville, Memphis, Tupelo, Jackson, Atlanta, even around Montgomery, Alabama. So prepare for the chill tonight. Traveling conditions next.
Saturday morning. You can spend them catching up on your sleep or catching up with your kids over a plate of Bisquick pancakes.